What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Aiken Presents. I, of course, am Chris Aiken, and today I'm going to present you a little bit of TV. That's right, I'm going to present you with what is one of my favorite things that's out there right now, a show called Hightown. That's right, Hightown is a show. It is available on Starz, which, if you don't have the Starz network, of all the things that you can pay your money to as far as subscription services go online with TV right now, Starz is probably the best for the buck. You can literally, if you have Facebook or any of that stuff and just do a search for Starz, they are almost universally advertising their channel for $20 for 6 months. So I would strongly suggest you find one of those and spend the $20. It's $20 because there are so many great shows on Starz right now. And a lot of people don't know it because it's not Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or Peacock or any of those. But as the lower tier goes, it definitely has the better tier entertainment. Has shows like Power, which is excellent, and the subs of Power, Ghost, and coming soon is Force. If you liked Power, you'll love Force. And Raising Kanan is great. Heels is great for my wrestling freaks out there. There's just a ton of great entertainment on Starz. BMF's another really killer series that's out there right now. But probably my favorite of the last couple of years is this show, Hightown. Now, if you are a TV person like I am, you'll probably recognize the star of this show, Monica Raymond. Monica Raymond was she's been around for a long time, but she came into prominence pretty well on Chicago Fire on NBC, and she was great on that show. I'm assuming she left because she got this opportunity to be a lead in Hightown, but this she's fantastic in this show. She's a cop, but she's like a kind of a druggy, boozy cop that is trying to get her shit together, but just sort of can't. And let me back up a little bit. The show itself is cut fresh from the cloth of the suit that made the Shield, or I don't know, The Wire. It's that kind of a show. It's kind of that dark, gritty cop, but not necessarily straight cops, crooked cops. It's got all the elements in it. It's got the dirty crime. It's got the twists and turns and backstabs. It's got a bunch of sex in it, which is always cool, and it's got hot chicks being sexed, being fucked. So that's always good. It's just a really cool show. Has a lot of good people in it. Like I said, Monica Raymond is the star as Jackie, and she's fantastic. Amari Nolasco is in this as well. And his name probably isn't familiar to you, but any of you that remember Prison Break will certainly remember Amari. He's really good in it. James Badge Dale is in it as Ray. He's solid as well. Just the whole cast is really good. It's not a bunch of big names. Probably the biggest name in it is Luis Guzman, who, if you saw a picture of him, you'd recognize him instantly. He's the Mexican gang guy and everything. So he's in this as Jorge, and just a killer show. So I'm not going to get into the whole plot line of it. If you guys are interested, you'll check it out. But if you're looking for a recommendation, we're getting into the end of the sports year, kind of that dead zone of sports. And if you're looking for something to watch in that time, or if you're just looking for something now, if you're not a sports person or whatever, I'm going to strongly recommend Hightown. If you liked stuff like The Wire, The Shield, Homicide: Life on the Street, Law and Order SVU before it turned into Woke Central, any of those type of shows, the gritty cop oriented shows, but more like the ones that are not hamstrung by the by the commercial networks, the free networks. If you want the ones that can say fuck and show tits and at the same time show some really brutal kills and all that other stuff, this is definitely your show. So check it out. Again, the show is called Hightown. It's on Starz, and I'm telling you, look up, find yourself that deal for $20 for 6 months of Starz. If you hate it, I'll be stunned, and I will personally apologize to you for spending your $20 on a future episode if you tell me that you got Starz for 6 months and couldn't find anything that you didn't like. But I'm pretty sure most of you will like Hightown. So check it out. And that's going to do it for me, Chris Akin. And this has been Chris Akin Presents. When it's time to rock, it's time to tune in to Crash Course Radio. Featuring the very best of the heavier music, from Slayer to Clutch to Fear Factory, it's all in one place, Crash Course Radio. To tune in to Crash Course Radio, simply visit www.cmsradio.net. You can also tune in on the CMS Network app by opening the app, clicking the musical notes at the top right corner, and selecting Crash Course Radio from our stations. All the best heavy music is there, so you should be too. Ditch the commercial radio and make Crash Course Radio your everyday station.